Hello students, welcome back. So in the last class we have completed the discussion on OSI model. So for today's discussion is about TCP IP protocol suite. Okay. So you can consider this also as a model also. Okay. But with reference to the OSI model we can understand what is the TCP IP protocol suite. So let me elaborate the TCP bar IP protocol suite in the sense transmission control protocol. Okay, if I say protocol is the one which governs data communication or which has control over the communication, so that we call it as a protocol. Here it is one of the protocol or many protocol we've been using in the model. So it is named as transmission control protocol bar internet protocol, so that is known as TCP IP protocol suite. So this TCP IP protocol suite is not exactly matched with the OSI model. Okay, the original TCP IP protocol suite was defined having 4 layers. Once you have understood the concept of OSI model, then it is very easy to understand TCP IP protocol suite. So if you are not seeing the previous video, just go and watch that complete OSI model video, then you can come for this, then you can easily understand what is and how TCP IP protocol suite can work. Okay, so it has 4 layers which I have highlighted. The first one we call it as a host to host or host to network layer. Okay, one is known as host to network layer, the second one is internet layer, third layer is transport layer, and the last layer we call it as a application layer. Once again I repeat, it has 4 layers. First one called as host to network layer, next one is internet layer, third layer is known as transport layer, and the last one is application layer. However, when the TCP IP is compared to OSI model, we can say that the TCP IP protocol suite is made up of 5 layers. When we compare with the OSI layer, we can say it is composed of 5 layers like physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, and application layer. Once we compare, but if you want to say it is a protocol suite, then we can consider 4 layers, that is host to host or host to network, internet, transport, application. Okay, so what we are discussing in this topic, we are discussing about physical and data link layers again, network layer, transport layer, application layer. Those we have already discussed in the OSI model. So now you can see what is TCP protocol suite exactly. As I mentioned, it has a 4 layers. So the original TCP protocol suite was defined having 4 layers: host to network, transport, internet, application, and all. However, if you consider to OSI, we can consider it as a 5 layers. Here, TCP IP is a compared to OSI. We can say host to network layer is there, right? That host to network layer. So I will highlight that one. That host to network layer, which is equivalent to combination of physical and data link layers. So I will make that in the green highlighted mark. So you just understand the first layer in the TCP IP protocol suite was host to network layer, which is a combination of physical and data link layer in the OSI model. Okay, here we combined those 2 layers and make into one layer, so we call it as a host to network layer in TCP IP protocol suite. Okay, here those two are not separate layers, those two are combined and make into one layer. And the internet layer, which is second layer of protocol suite, is equivalent to the network layer of the OSI model and also application layer. Okay, the internet layer is equivalent to network layer, so this one part you understand. And the application layer is roughly doing the job of the session and presentation. Here in the sense, we are treating application layer, okay, in the TCP IP protocol suite as combination of session layer, presentation layer, and also application layer of the OSI model. So it means that in this TCP IP protocol suite, we call application layer is nothing but which is working like session layer, presentation layer, and the application layer of the OSI model. Okay, and which has transport layer also. Okay, it has transport layer also. So we assume that the TCP IP protocol suite is made up of 5 layers: physical, data link, network, transport, and application. The first 4 layers provide physical standards. Okay, the first four layers provide physical standards, network interfaces, internetworking, and transport functions. Here, physical standards in the sense whatever the responsibilities of a physical layer in the OSI model, the same working is done in the first four layers. It will come within that part. Physical standards are also taking into consider. Next, network interfaces. Here, network interfaces in the sense whatever the data or protocol need to use to communicate with the next higher layer, that is done in these four layers, so that is known as network interfaces. Internetworking in the sense processes or protocols may communicate with each other, that we call it as a internetworking. And transport function in the sense data can be transferred to the next layers. Okay, fine. Now, the three topmost layers in the OSI model. What are the three topmost layer in the OSI model? Those we call it as application layer, session layer, and the presentation layer. Here you can see the figure, it is here. Application layer, presentation layer, and session layer. Whatever the highlighted mark you are seeing right now, that is known as all three together combined and make into one layer. That is, we call it as a application layer in the TCP/IP protocol suite. Considering session layer, presentation layer, and application layer, we call it as a application layer in TCP/IP protocol suite. Okay. Here you can see that SMTP, FTP, HTTP, DNS, SNMP, Telnet. You don't worry about these. These are nothing but these are the protocols. SMTP in the sense simple mail transport protocol, which is used for sending mail to sender to the receiver or source to destination. FTP refers to file transfer protocol. HTTP hypertext transfer protocol. DNS domain name system. Like that, many protocols will comes under these three or that higher layer, that is known as application layer. Okay, so now these three are combined and make into single layer called as application layer. This I already explained. So now here TCP/IP is a hierarchical protocol made up of interactive modules, each of which provides specific functionality. Means each layer can explain its own functionality, means own duties it has. Okay, modules are not necessarily interdependent, whereas the OSI model specifies which functions belong to each of its layers, and the layers of the TCP protocol suite contain relatively independent protocols that can be mixed and matched depending on the needs of the system. It means that in the OSI model we have separate layers for each responsibility. So here we have mixed layers, so it can have many protocols, so that is working independently. Okay, the term hierarchical means that upper level protocol is supported by one or more lower level protocols. Hierarchical sense one by one we can call, means higher level protocols can support the working for the lower level protocol. Then what is this higher level protocol and lower level protocol? Here you can see the diagram. In the first layer, that is application layer we can call, there many protocols are there: SMTP, FTP, HTTP, DNS. Okay, and the second layer, that is transport layer, is here. This is the second layer of the TCP/IP protocol suite. So here SCTP, TCP, UDP means user datagram protocol, transmission control protocol, simple control transmission protocol. Many protocols are there. These can be communicated with each other. Okay, it means to send a message from the transport layer to the application layer, these must has to support each other. Okay, that supporting is taking place right here. Fine. So this is known as hierarchy or hierarchical way, first, second, next layer, like this. So this is, we call it as a hierarchy or a hierarchical arrangement. Fine. Now at the transport layer, TCP/IP defines three protocols. TCP means transmission control protocol, IP means internet protocol, and UDP means user datagram protocol. Okay, three protocols are used in the transport layer. You can see the diagram again. Here it is. In this transport layer, UDP is used, TCP is used, TCP bar IP, some spelling is not right, visible right here. So here TCP bar IP, so we can write it as TCP. UDP, those are used. TCP in the sense transmission control protocol, the protocol which can control the transmission of the data, we call it as a TCP. IP means internet protocol which supports for the internet, and UDP means user datagram protocol. Okay, and one of the important protocol here we have used, that is SCTP. You can see SCTP in the sense, okay, I think you are seeing the highlighted part. Okay, so SCTP is nothing but stream control transmission protocol. These three main protocols are used in the transport layer. At the network layer, the main protocol defined by the TCP IP is inter-networking protocol, or we can call it as the internet protocol also. Inter-networking protocol and internet protocol both are same, IP. So you can see now network layer IP we have used. See, this is IP. This is IP, internet protocol. Okay, and there are also some other protocols that support data movement. You can see other protocols are also there: ICMP, IGMP, reverse addressing reverse protocol, ARP addressing reverse protocol. Many protocols will come. You can understand these protocols in the addressing chapter. Okay, you understand, other than IP internet protocol, many protocols are also used in the network layer. Those are ICMP, IGMP, ARP or ARP. These have separate addressing and separate abbreviation forms also. Fine. Okay, you can search this part and write it down, what is the abbreviation form of ICMP, IGMP, RARP, ARP. That is there in the next chapter itself, but I will not explaining that part right here. But just you need to write what is ICMP, means full form of ICMP, IGMP, RARP and ARP. That is your work, you have to submit it to me. Okay, fine. So now you are understanding that network layer has inter-networking protocol and other protocols also. Fine. Now physical and data link layers. Here you can see this is physical layer and data link layer are combined into one layer. Okay, so I cannot highlight this part here. At the physical and data link layers, TCP IP does not define any specific protocol. You can see, because this is a physical, there is a cabling section is there, physical wiring is there, so it is not a digital, so there is no protocols are used in the physical and data link layers. Okay, a network in a TCP IP internet network can be local area network or wide area network. It is in the sense whatever may be the network we are connecting. So whether it is a local area network, that is LAN we can call, wide area network WAN we can call, whatever may be the network we are using for physical and data link layers. Okay, and one of the term we have to study here, network layer. Fine. At the network layer, TCP IP supports the inter-networking protocol. IP in turn uses 4 supporting protocol: ARP, RARP, ICMP and IGMP. Each of these protocols is described in a next chapter I am going to discuss. Okay, but you have to write what is ARP, full form of ARP, RARP, ICMP and IGMP. Okay, in the next slide we will discuss more about these network layers protocols like RARP, ARP, ICMP and all. Thank you.